let's bring up all the Elder Futhark runes. Because Indy, yeah, upside down L is also a rune. So let's check it. What is this here? Lagus?
Oh shit, water? No way. Water.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And then they claimed both that also something I'm not going to. We both read it, and when they claim, well, this reddish substance, which they said, and then also no, and then they sprayed it, and there was no crossover. Yeah, but when was this done? Did you say?
Mm-hmm.
And the claim is in the appeals brief that this was done quite soon after, but I'm quite sure that this wasn't done until much later.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
I'm not sure because it was.
It was in the pre-trial litigation, I think, where a lot of that came out.
Yeah. Which, by the way, was there really a Frank's hearing? And she denied without anything the 3 first ones. And where's the decision on Frank's 4? I can't find it.
If I remember correctly, didn't she just basically conclude that you haven't met the threshold here?
Yeah.
To have Franks in the first place? Like, it was this weird, I don't know,
kind of
crossover where we're actually having an evidence, hearing and taking an evidence, but not actually conceding that Franks applies.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And if you go by how let's see here, F3. Let's see here. Nope. Oh, dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
Now here you can see this reddish substance. You have the clear markings here. Then they claim there's no cross, so it can't be an F. No, but we only call it the F3. But what you do have are 1 point here, 1 point here. Now let's go back to, we do have the upside down L, water. And then let's go back here. What's this?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And what did everybody talk when you combine runes to make it a bind rune?
Yeah.
So water and hardship. Now, and that only means something for the person who does it.
Sure.
There's no way we all know the local Odinists there are diaper Nazis, white supremacists who thinks, oh, Aesir, that sounds cool. Let's pretend we do magic. And also the absolute ridiculous claim from the state, there's no evidence of Odinist human sacrifices. And I'm looking back about 1,000 years of history. Yeah, they are.
Nick's like, here to tell you.
Now, when it comes to
today I learned.
Today I learned. Oh, my ancestors weren't bad after all. They just went there. Can we park here? But even back then, as in the ceremonies, those were volunteers. And it was used for different reasons, but almost always volunteers. Now, the volunteering process could have been interesting. I mean...
Yeah. Here you're my prisoner. Are you going to volunteer, or am I going to do nasty things to your entire family in front of you? Which will it be?
Yeah. Because sometimes when they brought their friends over from the British Isles, may or may not have been voluntarily crossing over. rarely voluntarily. So yeah, you have the option of us using you at our farm, and we're going to grab your daughters and marry them off there, or you can volunteer over here. Yeah. So the volunteering stuff is kind of ambiguous. Let's call it ambiguous.
Sure.
So when I'm reading that, no, yeah, maybe the local diaper Nazi tribe, yeah, sure. But as Dr. Perlmutter said, there is at least one other, but they haven't found the suspect yet.
Yeah.
And the state goes and that means it has never been happening. No.
Well, doesn't that really speak to how, I mean, this is just a sort of fictional vanity fantasy by, like you said, these white supremacists. And it seems to me that like that just kind of emphasizes it. You're just imagining what you think, Vikings would have done back in the day, and you're trying to emulate that. You have the education of a second grader, and so nobody really expects you to know, a lot of the ins and outs of the details of that actual history. This is a fantasy driven undertaking, and so I would not expect, this is not meant to be like a pure performative of like the archaeological record of Viking practices.
This is interesting. The BH bind rune for Harald Bluetooth typically merges the young Futhark rune for H and B. Brad Holder, maybe. No. Well, I don't think Brad Holder is the
interesting.
The Bluetooth mark, the B with the strange things. Yeah, those are old runes.
That is interesting. A bind rune. I didn't know that one.
Because I don't know why they chose. But hey,
Harald Bluetooth.
Yeah, he is a Danish king from the 9th century or something of the sort, 9th or 10th century. The Danes were the explorers west. The Norwegians were the madmen, the berserkers. The Swedes, or the people living in now Sweden, we were the religious ones. And east was them. So Swedes took off east down to Alexandria and Istanbul and everything. And the Danes and the Norwegians, I wonder what's left of us. And British Isles, Iceland, Greenland, and North America.
Yeah. Normandy.
Normandy, France. Yeah.
A lot of Normans in France.
Yeah. So if you do this genealogy thing, I have British DNA. Yeah, it's mostly Scandinavian.
Yeah, I actually, that's mine. Mine is a little bit more kind of obscure than that because my maiden name is Patton with an E, and so genealogically it goes back to probably Van Patten, which is Dutch, and a bunch of Van Pattens came over with William of Orange, back in the day. So that's probably like my legacy back to. So I don't know much crossover. I mean, there's like some crossover, I'm sure, between Vikings and Dutch, but the extent of it, I'm not too familiar with.
Yeah, I mean, we influenced most of North Europe.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, because you don't seem to have an army here. Hello.
Yeah.
What a nice church.
Oh, a marginal climate with some wood and things to hunt. We'll take it.
Yeah. But yes, Rollo. Yeah. By the way, all the people in the Viking, all the names are correct, but they're all over the span of like 300 years. So it's a good story.
Yeah.
And Rollo did take Paris, and there was a guy. The names are in there. Just to say that if they did all the things they did, who knows? But let's get back. I mean, the very thought of well, Odinists have not done this human sacrifice. Well, have you checked? Really checked? Because white supremacy has 1 or 2 murders on their belts. It's not uncommon. And ceremoniously, in the name of Odin, shop. I mean, so yeah, I would imagine if you actually looked at what supremacy group did that person belong to who did the murder? Yeah. So I would say, yeah, there's probably 1 or 2 prior murder victims in the name of Odin. So
I just find it, it's one of those things that's kind of funny where, people will happily look at kind of like acceleration of behavior, things get worse. You sacrifice animals and it like doesn't seem like a big step to a human. And
yeah, they are bloodletting.
like
They are bloodletting themselves.
Children abuse animals. You're not shocked when they grow up into a serial killer. But somehow it's like this revolutionary idea that this this practice here, this fantasy driven emulation thing that likes to sacrifice chickens and rabbits and things like that is going to escalate that. It just spare me with the like fake confusion. It seems quite plausible.
Yeah, and the state in the end, when they talk about the Odinist trail, the state says an Odinist claims that children are sacred. But that Odinist is Brad Holder's ex-wife they are referring to. The same person who said Brad Holder confessed to her.
Yeah.
So what's it going to be, state? Is she credible or not?
I could not believe. I'm still like stunned at the revelation from the appellant's brief that Brad Holder was their Odinist consultant in the early days of the investigation. Yeah. Do you remember that? My jaw freaking dropped. Like, how do you even do that? Everything they know about the Odinist that they're now relying on, they got from the freaking suspect.
Yeah,
it's insane. We're in crazy world. We are in crazy world.
Yeah, and I have this running theory that Brad Holder was an informant.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Seems very plausible. It seems very plausible with how all of the pieces kind of fit together.
Because he was very, very attached to the Vinlanders up until he had to be an asset to the cops, which tells me he's been an asset for these cops for quite some time, because the Vinlanders in the area are quite known. They are not nice people. It's more or less, it's a biker gang without the bikes.
Yeah.
It's still the patches.
They can afford bikes. They would love to have bikes, man, but like they aren't the 9-to-5 kind of guys.
Yeah, probably. But everything else is in there. The patches, the meetings, the ceremonial. It's just transferred over to Odinist stuff because they're not good enough to be bikers.
Yeah.
So they went, Ace here.
We'll make our own gang with animal sacrifices and bind runes.